The old man was teaching the walrus how to swim. Even more terrifying was that the hideous walrus was actually a man. He had been sewn together with thousands of stitches and had undergone several transformations. The old man continued to tell the story that he hadn't finished before. It turned out that the reason he was obsessed with transforming people into walruses was that after he had encountered a shipwreck at sea all those years ago, a walrus had saved his life. They had depended on each other for survival. But hunger had forced him to kill his savior, the walrus, and he had eaten it to stay alive. Over the years, he had always felt guilty towards the walrus in his heart, and his mind had gradually become twisted. That was why he had turned humans into walruses. After that, the old man put on a walrus costume and dueled with John, wanting to give the walrus from back then a chance for revenge. He shouted at John, "If you want to survive, you have to kill me." Then he raised the knife in his hand to stir up John's desire to resist. Soon, the old man ran out of strength. John, who was already extremely angry, raised his sharp ivory tusks and stabbed at the old man fiercely, again and again. Throughout the process, the old man didn't resist. Perhaps he was making up for his guilt towards the walrus, or perhaps he was achieving self-redemption. Just then, John's girlfriend rushed in. When she saw what her boyfriend had become, she was completely devastated. At this moment, the detective also rushed to the basement. He saw the look of a desire for death in John's eyes. The detective raised the gun in his hand and took aim, but in the end, he was stopped by the girlfriend. A year later, John found his own destination and was sent to a zoo. His girlfriend would visit him from time to time, but he didn't want to see anyone at all. When his girlfriend saw this, she threw a raw fish, and John immediately crawled out and devoured it crazily. His girlfriend felt very sad when she saw his appearance. He could never go back to the way he was before. This radio host, who had once wanted to become famous by making fun of other people's pain, was now in such a miserable state. One should never have the intention to harm others, and one should always be on guard against others. This is essential common sense in dealing with people, and we must always keep it in mind.